Welcome to week 133. This morning, in fact, when I closed my eyes ready for today's vision, for the messages for this week, the vision was immediately there, just a brilliant vision of the Dome of the Rock and its beautiful golden dome beaming out from the center point with all of the city of Jerusalem around it. And it really was as if the dome, the golden dome, was beaming. It was beaming. And there was a second vision. The second vision was of a knight. He wasn't doing anything really, just sitting there on his horse. I didn't see the horse, but I knew he was on a horse or he was on something. And probably not a donkey. Anyway, he felt like he was overseeing and protecting, being the protector. He felt a bit like a guard of some sort. Because it was a very overwhelming experience today, and it had me in tears, my heart was so wide open. I'm going to read exactly what I've written down about what came from today, because I probably wouldn't remember it all. So I'll bear with me and I shall just read through it. Today's vision for this week's message in light codes was instant the moment I closed my eyes. The brilliance of the golden dome of the rock was almost shining out at me and amongst the vision of the sprawling city of Jerusalem. The dome of the rock is on the Temple Mount. It's a place that is sacred to Jews, Christians, and Muslims. So the Dome of the Rock is one of the most sacred holy sites in the world, but in particular for Judaism, Islam, and Christianity, because of the sacred rock that is inside the actual dome, the actual building. So inside the dome is the sacred rock peak of Mount Moriah, which is thought to be the mouth of the serpent Tahum. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but Tahum. And it is thought to be the intersection of the underworld and the upper world. It's called the foundation stone, where, according to the sages of the Talmud, they say it was from the rock that the world was created. So they say it is the first part of the earth to come into existence. And it was here that stood the temple of the Holy of Holies. They say this is where God created Adam, where Cain, Abel, and Noah offered sacrifices to God, and where Abraham faced God's test to see if he would sacrifice his son to God. But of course, in the end, he didn't have to do that. So it's a very sacred site. It's the very site of the Temple of Solomon. And it's the temple of, yes, the very site where the Temple of Solomon was built, and this stone above it stood the Temple of the Holy of Holies, or the Holy of Holies of that particular temple. So it's also where Jesus was said to have prayed and taught, and where Emperor Constantine I's mother built a small church, calling it the Church of St. Cyrus and St. John, and later on enlarged and was called the Church of Holy Wisdom, where Muslims say that Prophet Muhammad ascended to heaven accompanied by Archangel Gabriel. He came from Mecca, met with Abraham, Moses, Jesus, and other prophets, obviously, etherically. And after they all joined in prayer, he climbed to the top of the rock where a ladder of golden light appeared, and he ascended through the seven heavens into the presence of God. They say after that he went back to Mecca, which is, for the Muslims, Mecca is the most holiest site, and this is the second holiest. So the two places, the two temples. So there was a second vision of a knight in armour on horseback. He felt like a protector or a guard. So I feel we're being reminded of unity and the coming together in peace and harmony because of, this place, the old city of Jerusalem, the holy city of Jerusalem, where different religions all reside in peace and harmony. It's a coming together. So we are reminded here that there's only the three religions that are mentioned, but this is just symbolic. It's not representative or excluding other belief systems. The three symbolizes the Trinity energy and the flame of the one source of energy where only love reigns, the threefold flame of the heart. The dome of the rock is symbolizing the heart of the holy city, that holy place within ourselves. And the knight is representing strength and wisdom and the strength within that we have in that protective layer that we have around our own temples, our bodies and our temples. These are our bodies, our temples are what we have come to journey with in this incarnation. So the dome of the rock symbolizes the place where heaven meets earth, and it stands in stillness amongst the chaos, but always protected. The cityscape reminds us of the chaos out there all around us, the materialism, the forgetfulness of what lies at the heart of us all. And when we come into the stillness and remember the golden wisdom of the heart and stand still in that place, in that knowing that all we need to do is be still and we will know God. And then as I was writing, I saw a vision of our ancestors, this from this very ancient time. They were it was a very noisy gathering and there were, hundreds of them. They were holding a soldier high above their head as if in victory. Like victory over the darkness. I could hear them. It was noisy, it was celebratory, it was definitely the sounds and the actions of victory. And it brought tears to my heart, to my eyes, and my heart welled up with such huge, unconditional love that we should have no judgment towards the journey of this life or previous lifetimes, the way it was or the way it is. No judgment at all. We are here to acknowledge the journey and to acknowledge that the journey has been long and hard, but we are approaching victory over our lower bodies, over our lower minds, over our lower selves. So I could see masses of people with their hands held up in victory. I could hear their voices, the voice of many coming together as one with the same goal of coming into oneness. I could see them holding up some sort of replica of a temple of sorts. Maybe it was the Ark of the Covenant, I don't know. It started out wide and it had layers and layers and layers and layers, and it came up like if you were to go, it would be like a pyramid. So that foundation and going up to the higher, always striving towards God. It was very ornate and more like what you would see as a Hindu type temple. It felt very sacred, holy of holies that each of us has within ourselves. And then I saw a great, gigantic being. He was, I can feel the emotion coming up again. I can see the people. And he covered the horizon, I guess. He was huge. He was standing behind them and he carried a staff and he carried a lantern. He pointed toward the lantern as he was reminding us of the light that we all carry within. He was wearing a white tunic with a soft pink peach coloured robe, but he was not 3D, like I could see him clearly, but he was soft and his colours were soft and more muted. I can't say exactly who he was, but he did look like Jesus. He was a great, or is a great being of love and light. And each time I closed my eyes, I was shown more. It was so overwhelming. And my tears, I just wept with love, and I can still feel the energy of that as I recall the visions. Such love and gratitude to be shown these things. I could see a band of beings all dressed in white, and they were in an arc shape. They were all lined up in this arc shape, and they also glowed. They glowed this from their bodies, but also from their white tunics. They had illuminous garments. They were luminous. They were quietening. I want to go back a little bit. They shone like light and stood in an arc-like formation. They themselves felt like they are the pillars of the temple. They really felt that they were shaped in an arc, but they felt strong. They felt solid. They felt like they could hold up the world. They were like the pillars of a temple themselves. They held that energy. And I could see and hear behind them the victorious shouting of the people. And I could see the people transforming into wearers of these white illuminous garments. They were also transforming. And they were quietening as the arc-banded beings held the stillness in readiness for them to join them as part of the temple. The temple beings, I'll call them, the ones who hold the stillness. And I could see the great temple, a great temple like a Greek or a Roman temple. It was huge, it was enormous. But it didn't feel like it was in this world, and if it is in this world, it is in perfect condition. But it didn't feel that it was of this world, but certainly it felt like a replica of something in this world, or that something in this world is a replica of it. So like an etheric temple. It felt like it just stood there waiting patiently. And I could see the people beginning to climb the gigantic steps in silence. Not as a band, a big group of chaotic people, but one by one, slowly, one and on one step, maybe two on another, but very quietly and serenely climbing these big steps up toward the temple in total silence. And then I could see and feel. The feeling was more powerful at this stage than the seeing, but I could also see the presence of very gigantic, godlike beings. And I feel that this is the message of the Dome of the Rock today. That it's the heart of man. The Dome of the Rock reminds us of the heart of man, heart of us. This is not about gender. The most powerful place on earth is within us. And I've done the cards for today as well. And before I start the cards, I just want to say how much gratitude I have for being able to witness such an overwhelming and incredible experience through the visions this morning. And I want to thank you all for being here and being a part of this, for watching my videos and for following along. So I want to go into the cards now. And the first card today, which relates to the base chakra, and it's more or less the first card for the week. So we could say this is the card for Monday. The first card that leads us through the week and the messages for us for this week. And the card is card number 52, which is a 7, which is about tapping into the teacher within us. It's about being in the truth and cooperating with that truth and being able to express our own truth and trust in our truth, trust in the process that we are all here for a reason, with a reason. And to come into a place of peace. So today is a day to meditate and to really come into your heart and come into the stillness, be like the dome of the rock. And the card says, reevaluate your priorities. So exactly that, reevaluate your priorities. And you can see the girl there, or the woman. She's between fire and the watering can, representing, is she going to put out the fire? Is she going to be the fire? You can see her dress has a flame on it. Does she recognize herself as the flame? Do you recognize yourself as the flame, a spark of God? Have you recognized that spark within you? It's time to reevaluate your priorities and to put yourself first in the way of self-love. Come back to that place of self-love and do for you. And prioritize your spiritual self and your spiritual journey and the reason that you are here, and recognizing that you are here for more than maybe you realize. And so you deserve to be treated as a sacred being, and that starts with yourself, treating yourself with great love, to honor and have gratitude for your own sacredness on this journey. And the second card is the 9 of fire, so we still have, the flames of transformation taking place. We are in a process of great transformation. And this is not just in this lifetime. We are transforming ourselves from many, many eons, from where we were in a particular state of consciousness to where we are now. And we've been gifted, if you like, with this virus that has gone global. It's gone all over the world. And viruses require, to heal a virus, we require a need to change the way we think about something. So viruses are a gift to us, or to humanity at this time, to change in the way we think about things, to change, in other words, our consciousness, to transform, to place ourselves within the transforming, transmutating energies of the ascension flame and the violet flame, and to raise in consciousness. And when we raise our frequencies and we change in consciousness, we no longer think the way that we used to think before. So this 9 of fire is suggesting, the 9 in itself is suggesting that cycle is over now. Let's burn off the dross, burn off the old ways. Be brave enough to step into the transformational fires of ascension and raising consciousness. Be brave enough to stand up and change the way you think about things. And the card says, don't give up, never give up. Protect that which you have created. You will know what that is. Is that within yourself? Protect your spirit, protect your truth. Have courage and believe in yourself. Have courage and believe in yourself. She has, I think that she has this beautiful wand at the back. She has a dragon, which helps with the transformation, transforming her consciousness. This is the second card, the sacral chakra card. So it's all about creation and creativity and what have you created. It's time to see the transformational energies of what you have created, acknowledge those. And so this can also be Tuesday. So today is Monday, tomorrow is Tuesday. So tomorrow, what are you going to do? You're going to really step into those transformational energies and create something that is going to help to transform your own energy. And therefore, if you're transforming your own energy in your own consciousness, you are assisting the planet and humanity to also transform theirs. And the third card, which is the card in the solar plexus, is the scythe. Now, the scythe represents sudden change. This is a change that can happen very quickly. It's like slicing away the old. Completely, that is done. And so a sudden change can take place. Be willing to accept that change because it'll make things a whole lot easier. So Wednesday, slice away and say no more, no more, no more. This is the time for change. This is the time for transformation. This is the time for moving forward and no longer taking the old with us. So cutting away the cords of things that hold us to any people, places or objects. And the heart card today, which will be Thursday. The heart card is card number 8. So here we have the as above, so below, that connection with the primordial mound, this sacred dome, the rock that the dome is covering. The place where heaven meets earth, you know, our higher chakras, our spiritual chakras, and our physical chakras. And here we have the dome, the heart, the place where heaven meets earth, the bridge between worlds. This is your personal dome of the rock, your personal holy of holies, the center point of you and all that matters. So your feeling, heartfelt journey where you recognize that everything is about love, and where the two worlds can meet, where you can love this physical part of yourself and also love this spiritual part of yourself, and know that you are one. You are one channel for divine source to flow through you into Mother Earth. You are a intersection yourself between heaven and earth. So this is about success and growth. And when you recognize this within yourself, you will succeed and grow. You can see he has up through his spinal column here, he has the tree of life and beautiful new growth on his tree of life, because is ready to embrace the transformational energies that flow through him. And this beautiful magenta energy around him, which suggests the union of both spiritual and physical, because magenta is a combination of both red and violet. The violet keeping us always striving towards the heavens, and the red keeping us fully grounded and in touch with Mother Earth, and the two come together. It's in the ultraviolet range, which is a very high frequency, saying that we have transformed. We are able to now receive those very high frequencies, and we recognize the importance of our physicality and our spirituality as being one and the same, and working together to bring heaven on earth. And so Thursday, if you want to do these one card a day, this is Thursday. Okay, Thursday, focus on clearing your central column, focus on gratitude, focus on all the things that you have to enjoy and love and be grateful for. And we move into the throat chakra with the 5th card. And so this would be on Friday, okay. So the 5th card today for the throat chakra is card number 3, which is, again, it's about the transformational threefold flame of love. And this card is actually in the temple. You've crossed over the bridge and entered into the temple. And there are 3 people here. And they are, there is the apprentice, which is you. You are the, up here on the thing, the apprentice. And seeking guidance, wisdom, or confirmation, if you like, from others that have been there before you. And he is working on his new project. So this is, work on your new project. You have to create, have something, get to it, get onto it. This is project of truth. This is all connected with your truth and your expression and how you express that out into the world. So you have work on your own temple as well, of course, your body. Do something for your body to bring that into alignment. If you are not well, look after your body, look after your temple. Maybe change your diet, maybe do something, nurture yourself, come back to the self-love. But there's a great deal of wisdom to gain from this particular phase as well. The great deal of wisdom of recognizing who you are, recognizing and having confidence in your own power, and knowing that you are in your power. And when you are in your power, you are able to create even more. And that power, of course, is the power of love. And so the brow chakra card today, the 6th card, which again, it would be Saturday, okay. And it is card number 22, the 9, sacred archetypal element of water. So card number 22, 22 is a master number, and it is of the architect. And this, again, is like, okay, you are the apprentice, but at the same time, you are also the architect. Don't just stop at being the apprentice. Keep going. Recognize that you are gaining greater wisdom, and dare the mighty deeds you've never dared before. Claim the power. Claim the power to help you open. I wrote a poem about this and I can't remember. I wrote it a long time ago. But anyway, I shall come up with that another time. But 22 is about claiming that which you have always wanted to do. Dare yourself. Step forward. Get started on Friday. Take it another step upward on Saturday. Really push forward. So, brave the fear, feel the fear and do it anyway. Feel the fear and do it even better than you thought you could. Because you're the only one that is holding yourself back. And the 7th card, Sunday. And on the 7th day, she shall rest. So on the 7th day, we have a master card. And the master that is leading us through these 7 days this week, that has shown himself to us this week. On the 7th day is Siddhartha and Gautama Buddha. So he suggests meditate, 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 meditate. Don't just meditate on Sunday. Meditate 7 days a week, every day for the rest of your life. Meditate, meditate, meditate. And interesting that this card came through, because in the vision when I said the master that I saw, the great being of light that I saw on the horizon, big and large as the horizon, holding the staff, dressed in white with the peachy coloured robe or sash on. The colour peach is very much to do with the Buddha, and he looked like Jesus. Jesus the Christ, but also Jesus the Buddha. So in fact, the vision may have been the Maitreya energy, the Maitreya Buddha energy. Compassion in action. Activating compassion in action. So we have Siddhartha, Gautama Buddha, and all the masters coming through today. Beautiful, powerful experience, an amazing week. Please reevaluate your priorities. Look at what's going on in your life, and don't look at it from the problem nature. Don't look at it from struggles and the strife. Look at it from, what is this teacher trying to teach me? Look at the trouble, the strife, the challenges, whatever they are, as a master that has presented themselves in front of you and trying to teach you how to turn that from the negative and into the positive. What would the opposite be? What would the opposite quality of whatever it is that is bugging you now? And that is the quality that is trying to come into you, but you need to remove and purify the others' concepts out of your energy system so that you can embody the positive quality, because they don't want to live together. They won't be living in harmony. You need to calm down to remove all that no longer belongs with you. And meditate will help you to get there, okay? And you don't have to sit and meditate for hours, but you can meditate in your every waking moment. And how you do that is by being fully present with everything that you do. And acknowledge the dome of the rock, and acknowledge that part of the world within yourself as well, your own heart. So if you want to find a vision of the dome of the rock, a photo or something, and allow that to be what you allow to come into your mind's eye, and allow yourself to imagine that you are standing on the rock inside the dome. What a beautiful meditation. What an absolutely beautiful meditation. To imagine if your bare feet are standing on that mound, and that you are receiving those energies, and you are there right in the center point, receiving the divine energies from Source. Hope you have enjoyed today's messages, and please like and share my video, and I'd love it if you leave me a comment below. And if you would like to receive the light codes, they will be available after this, after in an hour or so, a couple of hours, they will be available for just 15 Australian dollars. And you can use them to help you connect with these light frequencies, these light codes, to help you awaken to that part of the dome of the rock within you. and your connection to the mound. I have been to the Dome of the Rock 5 times, or 4 times, I think, 4 times. I keep thinking 5. I must have to go again soon. I think only 4 times that I can remember. Maybe I've been 4 or 5 times. So have touched base with there, and Jerusalem is, the Holy See of Jerusalem is the physical location of the etheric temple of resurrection of Jesus and his mother Mary, and it's a very sacred and holy place, as you all know. So until next week, this is week 133, by the way. So, again, we can see there the 1 and the double 3s. The 3s are the Christ consciousness. The double 3s are Christ consciousness, mission, purpose. Set your intention. 1 is thoughts and intentions, planting seeds towards your purpose, your mission, and awakening that quality within yourself. So these light codes are very powerful and very significant, I think, which was shown through the visions today. And maybe you can even feel it in my voice. My voice is very, I feel really quite emotional with it all today. So with that, I'm going to say bye and see you next week, which will be November, our first session for November. The 2 ones coming together, they're looking at ourselves, looking at the other part of us, the masculine and the feminine, the mirror image of each other. And for those that are walking the twin flame journey, will also activate a lot of energy in regards to the twin flame journey. I have so much that I would like to talk to you about on the twin flame journey, but it is just so much. I don't even know where to start. But my book, Birthing a New Reality, will be published soon, and I will be starting the 3rd book, which will be to do with the divine masculine, the divine feminine, masculine feminine within ourselves, and the relationship between that and twin souls, twin flames, and the journey of ascension in that way. And it is not a romanticized version at all. It is about the true journey. And I feel myself being prepared for that journey also coming very soon. So see you next week, and have a great Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and see you on Monday again. Bye.